So yo, what is up? This is Switchback 37 here on F1 2021 here with a Prospects eRacing League race. This is the Americas Division Tier 2. This is round 3 at Azerbaijan, famous Baku track, the street circuit, Baku. Very difficult. The middle section is very technical. It's just a lot of left, right chicanes, it seems. But yeah, a very, very tricky track. Yeah, we're going to be. This is actually part 3. We had, after the qualifying session, we had a glitch that reordered the grid for the race, so we had to restart a lobby. Then we had a glitch in the second lobby. So here we are for part 3. Unfortunately, 2 drivers had to leave because it was getting too late. Thanks, Bugmasters. As you, having some of our drivers leave because we have to keep restarting. We were definitely all hoping that since last year's F1 2020, that with all the complaining and probably the complaints on the online gameplay, that maybe you'd focus a little bit more towards that and get that fixed. But it looks like that didn't happen for us. Yeah, so maybe somebody else out there come and challenge Codemasters to make a better game here. Better Formula 1 game, has better online gameplay, that's for sure. But anyways, back to the game. Back to the race. As we're gonna follow I don't think anybody really, except for Leclerc, is starting on the tire that he's supposed to be starting on. I know Guitar Man and Tilmo and Nander are supposed to be the only ones. I think all of you should be penalized, just so y'all know my opinion. For not starting on the correct tire. But yeah, as we take the formation lap, drivers definitely need to do a good job of warming up their tires. But don't be too aggressive, because unlike last year, you start the race actually on cold tires. Last year they were warm. You just pretty much had to keep them warm. You didn't have to be too aggressive as far as warming the tires up. And this year, you definitely got to pretty aggressive, depending on what track you're at, and be pretty diligent and make sure that your tires are warm by the time you get grid. Nico has really took off and left the rest of the grid here. I mean, he's going to be lined up and sitting there. I wonder if the game will actually... will his tires be cooling off? Or will it just say, alright, he got here at this certain degree and it's going to stay here no matter what until we start? I don't know. That'd be a good question. Oh no! Nander wrecked into the wall there, but I think I was showed that on the formation lap, it was a surprise to me, you get no damage. On the formation lap. So here we go. Lining up. So here we go with the light countdown. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights light up. Lights out. And away we go. Now! Absolutely. We are off here at Baku as... What is that? Is that Nander? Oh! And there goes the spinning of Tilwick. Unfortunately, spun into the wall. But Leclerc has got a wonderful jump and has jumped Nico, but he is on the softer tire. He's on a softer tire. So he does have the traction advantage. But that's what he needed to do, was get ahead Nico on the medium tires here. If you're on a softer compound, you definitely want to get in front of anybody on a harder compound than you. I'm just going to check through the grid, make sure everybody's still good. As Bubbers comes through, gives Silva, it's like a forearm shiver, and Silva, I think, is going to be out of the race. Wow. Yes. And there's a virtual safety car. We can't go back and look. So we're just going to get a virtual for the time being. I don't know what happened, as Bubbers looked like he was trying to split 2 cars. And Silva, unfortunately, got the worst of it there. Under VSC, it just seems like these two are moving really fast under VSC, but maybe it's just from our angle here. So on lap 1 we get a VSC, as it looked like something I tried yesterday, as Bubbers made that little section 3 wide right before the castle section. I did the same thing and definitely messed up there. I didn't crash, it just kind of cut the corner. So Division's going to come in, do a wing change. Leclerc crossing over as we start lap 2 is still in the lead, and we have sector 1, 2, and 3 yellow flag. That would normally mean like a full course safety car. But I'm a little confused here. Okay, I think we're going back full green. Yes, we are. We're back full green, and Leclerc has got a beautiful lead. He must have got a good jump off the VSC. Now has a 2.2 second lead over Nico here, the Alfa Romeo, and his partner Nander is running him 4th. He's really not that far behind on the medium tire, so he's in a really good position here. Go ahead and enable some stuff here. So Leclerc's going to set the fastest lap. As him and Pedboy are the only one on stalks right now at the moment. So Pedboy definitely... Oh! There's a little tank slapper. And there goes Nander. He got by Pedboy's rear. Just went a little sideways. Oh, and he taps the wall. And Nander takes full advantage of the mistake. He jumps into third. Nico sliding through here. Like some drivers being a little aggressive on the throttle. And there went Tilmo as he went sideways, and Bubbers took advantage of that mistake. Tilwick up to ninth. He's going to have to make his way through the field after that early spin there in turn one on lap one. Very unfortunate. Leclerc's leading sector 2. And who is that? That is Felipe Daza. Looks like he had an unfortunate spin. Hopefully no damage. I'm not seeing. Nope, he's got front left end wing end plate damage there. Yep, he might have right end wing end plate damage. Nope, after that hit on the wall. As you see, those end plates do a lot to help steer the car. He's definitely having trouble. He's definitely going to have to go in the pits early, unfortunately, and get that fixed. So we do have a car in the pits. Nico's in the pits. He's having to get a wing put on. Wow. We're just having all kind of surprises here. As of course, as expected. Felipe Daza is going to get a 5 second speeding in the pit lane. Him getting a penalty wasn't expected, but him coming into the pits was needing a new wing. So Leclerc out front has opened up a 7.4 second lead, as Nander is in second, his teammate. So the Alfa Romeos are in 1 and 2. This could be a big haul, and Tilmo has retired from the session here. He is claimed by the Castle section. That is unfortunate. That's going to be our first casualty. That's going to be our first casualty of the Castle section, and a full-blown safety car has been deployed. So for anybody that's had to pit, this is definitely a lifeline as Leclerc comes in. He just dove into the pits. He's going to give up the lead. I would suspect that Nander would go by, because I believe the mediums can last say about 13 to 15 laps, depending on how tough on them you are during the race. So yeah, I wouldn't suspect that Nander would come in just yet. And Guitar Man, he didn't pit in it either, so he's going to follow and go into P2. Bubbers, who had it rough doing qualifying, come back and put himself in a P3. So his fault from, I do believe, last place. So good for him. Then Leclerc, after pitted, he's going to come out fourth on the fresh medium tires. So with that early pit and the other drivers in front of him not pitting yet, they'll pit later, but their tires will be, you know, five laps older. But definitely interested to see how this is going to play out as far as strategy here. So now the Mad Metis and the McLaren has moved up to 5th, with the Pet Boy in the Ferrari in 6th. Nico, who got pole, fell down to 7th place, unfortunately. But with the safety cars, then going to group the pack back up, and yeah, it's a saving grace sometimes. Division moved into 8th. Tilwick still 9th, and Felipe Daza in 10th. Round out the top 10. And Felipe Daza now has the 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's definitely going to hamper his race. If I'm him and I'm last, safety car is going to go around again. I would go in the pits right now and go ahead and serve my 5 seconds. I think you can do that. Under the safety car, you can go in and serve your 5 seconds. But what you can't do under the safety car is serve a drive-through penalty. So if you did not know that, that is something to keep in mind if you race. Under safety car, you can serve, say, a 5-second penalty, but you cannot serve a drive-through penalty. So back to the front where Nander now leads, P1. The Alpha, the team of Nander and Leclerc here, and the Alfa Romeo is looking very, very strong. So yeah, this is a long track to take the safety car, a couple of safety car laps up under. Yeah, maybe if I had a partner to do some commentary with, well, some other things to speak about or help me speak about here, this wouldn't be. Kind of feels like one of those awkward conversations where you get that awkward silence. Well, I'll just sit here in silence. But we can't do that now, can we? Take away the fun. So as far as the safety car, lights out, yep, lights out, so we will be going racing again. I was going to say, as far as the points are considered, Head Boy leads. He has 40 points in first place. Silva, who is unfortunately out in this race, so he's going to lose ground on Ped Boy. He's in second place with 32 points, and the Huncho Houdini third with 27 points. Unfortunately, did not make the start of this race. All cars keeping it nice and clean here. Clerk apparently made a mistake that I did not see. Sorry. Had to take a little rehydration break. So now you got an Alpha in the front and an Alpha in the rear. So maybe we can get some times here. Start getting some intervals, see how close some cars are to each other. Nander still leads, followed by Guitar Man and Bubbers in third. And Nico has moved his way up back up to fourth as the two Red Bulls are 3 and 4. Can they work together? Ped Boy in fifth, the Mad Metis in sixth, Felipe Daza in seventh, but has a 5-second time penalty. Division in eighth, Tilwick in ninth, and Leclerc in 10th. Looks like we got some side-by-side racing. Bubbers took a look on the inside of Guitar Man here. And he will, I don't think they're going to have DRS this lap, but he does look like he has the pace on him right now. Maybe he has lower wings for this track. Nope, took a look down the inside, but tucks back in. Just wasn't enough straight for Bubbers, and now I think through this section, unless you're brave, you're just going to have to sit behind the car you're behind. And Nico is getting very close to Bubbers here. Come on, guys, you got to work together. We're on the same racing team. Check on the field, but I'm sure Nander is loving this. He's got a 3.4 second lead. A second, third, and fourth battle for P2 here. I have seen teammates take each other out, so hopefully to remember in the same car. And now Ped Boy is wanting to jump into the action as well. Let's not forget him, as he's catching this group pretty quickly here. A lot more ERS, that's for sure, as Bubbers has done depleted his by lap 9. So DRS has been activated, so this is going to set a whole new ball game. I would suspect Nico is going to pull out and go by his teammate. No, he backs out. Was very kind there. Saying, Leclerc? No, who's spun? It is Felipe Daza. He is spun going into the technical section here. As he gets back going, I was going to say I didn't see any damage till now. I think he's lost his whole front wing. Unfortunate. So Nander has now pulled out a 4.2 second lead on Guitar Man, who sits P2, followed by Bubbers, and Nico hits the rear wall with his tire there. Careful there. Don't do any damage. Now Ped Boy and P5 definitely trying to jump into the battle here, as this little group is kind of off by itself. Then we got another group here of Division, Tilwick, and Leclerc is battling, and here we go. 3 on the long straight. Come on. Are we going 3 wide here? Leclerc set the fastest lap. He's got the inside of Tilwick. Tilwick's kind of run off into the curbs. And then here comes Division. What happened to Tilwick? Was he too nice? Tilwick's going to try to fight back on Division. He has the DRS, but he just don't have the road. Like we had another caution in Sector 2 that went away very quickly. Felipe Daza went into the pits. Looks like these 3 putting on a little show here. Very clean. Thank you, gentlemen. Go through the castle section. So Ped Boy is got by Nico, seeing how Nico couldn't get by his partner Bubbers here. Team order should have came down. But hey, Nico's a faster car. Bubbers let him go. But that didn't happen. And yeah, Ped Boy got by Nico, and it's now Goes fell back 6.9 seconds. He had to make a mistake here. Yeah, he may have damaged his wing. Oh! And Leclerc has retired from the session here. See what happened. Where is he at on the track? Mad Metis comes into pit, so we're definitely going to see there. Felipe Daz is on the hards. Now I have to pit again, but Leclerc DNF after starting P2 and having a pretty good race. He did make one mistake. Still in the top 10 in the points. Actually, there's points all the way down to P15 here in the Prospect eRacing League. So Anders now opened up a 6.3 second lead on Guitar Man. Comes through the castle section. Bubbers is all over his gearbox. Headboy again saying, hey, don't forget about me. So with that, Division and Tilwick have moved up to P5 and P6 respectively. Felipe Dazas went on to the hard, as well as the Mad Metis is on the hard. Nico is back on the stalls. So back up front with the leader. He's opened up a 6.8 second lead. Crossed start lap 12, across the start finish line. Do have a little battle here. And oh no, Felipe Daza is spun again. The same spot it looks like. So here comes Nander. Coming up quickly on Felipe Daza. Open up a 7.6 second lead as Bubbers, Guitar Man, and Pedboys. Bubbers has now got by Guitar Man, and Nander. Not Nander, it is Felipe Daza is spun again. Now it's been lapped. Now Bubbers has got by Guitar Man, so I think we're just going to keep switching second place here. Guess everybody wants to take a crack at P2 and see if they can start chipping away at Nander's lead here. As Division has taken a spin in the castle section. That's unfortunate. It doesn't look like he has any wing damage though. That's the important thing. Spin. Don't tear the car up. Definitely don't want to have to go into the pits. You know, more than you have to, and into the pits to do a wing change. And it adds more time. So the most interesting battle on track here with these three fighting for P2 is Guitar Man has got the DRS. As you can see, the red light of Bubbers flashing, you know that he's out of the ERS. Guitar Man's no better on his. Bad Boy still has a half of his, so good for him. Very quick with that extra battery power. Everybody's doing good. It's lap 13 of 26, and nobody has any penalties. So some very clean driving as far as that goes, or at least keeping it within track limits. So very good. Like Bad Boy getting very close. Got Guitar Man. Others is starting to set a little bit of distance. Going to be able to keep them out of DRS range though. That's the question. And Nico is out of the race. I think he has been... Yes. Yes, his car has been claimed in the castle section. Unfortunately. Another one has absolutely been claimed by the castle section. Ander still leads and making his mediums last. It's lap 14. Of course, we took a couple of safety car laps. It's opened up a 10.2 second lead on P2. Which the battle for P2 with Buggers, Pedboy. Now Pedboy's got by Guitar Man. As the battle for P2 heating up. Almost taking his wing out on the wall there. Drivers come through the castle section. Pedboy does have the fresher tires of the three drivers here. Might be why Guitar Man's starting to lose a little bit of pace and why Pedboy is starting to catch buggers. Now it's which of them want to blink first and pit. Who's going to box first? Pedboy now has DRS. Bubbers is going to the inside. Going heavy defensive as Bubbers. Still holding on, fighting it. But Pedboy absolutely pulls off the move and completes it. So, like I said, we're switching the drivers around in P2. Back and forth like musical chairs here. They all had a shot at P2. And now Pedboy on the five-lap fresher tires here. Taking over P2 and is starting to open up a gap. At least a second, so he'll be out of DRS range, and that's what you want to do. So now Pedboy, his job is to go and track down Nander. That's going to be the task at hand. Buggers did catch up to the castle section. He closed down that 1.1 seconds back down to 0.7. Back in DRS range. Now Guitar Man's starting to lose touch a little bit from these two. I think the tires and wear on the tires is starting to get to some drivers here. Take a look back a little bit. It's division P5 coming through the castle section along with Tilwick P6 in the Mercedes. Unfortunately, this driver has lost connection. Felipe Daza in P8, now on the softs, one lap down. Nander has now opened up a 12.7 second lead. Bubbers is fighting back on Pedboy here. Been the most interesting battle here for many laps. These three just keep swapping positions. And then one driver get in front of another, full distance. And then the drivers will catch back up and they'll swap again. So, very interesting between the three, I guess. Some drivers are faster in a sector than some other drivers. So they catch up, other ones pull away. And very interesting. And then division, Tilwick's riding around together. Fortunately, it's just them two. Yeah, disconnected of Mad Menace too far back. Nander's crossing the start-finish line again as he bypasses the pits. Lap 17. He's had to pit. No, 16 laps. He is not. Is he going to try a medium to soft strategy here? I think that's what he's going to try. See how this works. As Bubbers and Guitar Man go into the pits, they both go to the softs. Wow. We're going to try some undercutting here. I think it's going to be pretty powerful, especially those medium tires after 17 laps here should be pretty spent. Especially Nander, and might not be too bad on Pedboy either. He's 11 laps in on his tires. So. Oh, and he hits the wall and damages his front right wing there. Yeah, the front right end plate is gone as he hits the wall going through the castle section. Got to be careful with the tire wear. It's tricky. It's tricky, that's for sure. So we need to start paying attention to the times that Bubbers and Guitar Man start putting in here. If they'll have a good chance at an undercut on Pedboy. I think Pedboy will have to pit again. I don't think he's used both compounds. I think he went medium early. I think on an earlier safety car, if I remember correctly. And now Nander has jumped into the pits, and yes, he's went soft to the soft tire as well. Here comes Bubbers and Guitar Man, but Nander is out. But here's the big one. Yes, Bubbers and Guitar Man have went by Pedboy, but I think he had to replace his wing, so they added extra time for him in the pits. So we really don't know. I would highly suspect that they probably would have undercut him anyways. So now he's going to have a task at hand here at catching Guitar Man and Bubbers. Now Tilwick has got by division because the division spin. Division went into the pits, come out on the hard. Tilwick now is in P5 and has his sight set on Pedboy. Comes to the chicane going into the castle section. Been a pretty famous part of the track through this commentary. So now Bubbers only 8.8 behind Nander, who I believe should have the fresher tires. By 1 lap. So we'll see. Bubbers can make any inroads and start chipping away at the 8.9 second gap that Nander has. He's out of ERS. Guitar Man in P3 now fell back a little bit by 3.4 seconds to Bubbers as those two was battling back and forth, switching positions. Pedboy had to let up P2 and falling back to P4 after having to get a wing as he damaged his front wing going through the castle section. Tilwick has moved up to P5. Not a bad recovery drive after spinning in turn 1 and going all the way to dead last and fighting back. So nice and steady. Be consistent. Being consistent will make you quick, that's for sure. So Tilwick not even tenth slower there on these 4 lap or old softs off his quickest time, so keeping good pace, that's what you want. Coming through the castle section, keeping it nice and clean, keeping it off the walls. And we're on lap 19, and I can't help but to mention, as Nander sets the fastest lap with a 139.6 here, that actually lap 20 now, that nobody's even got a penalty yet. This is absolutely amazing. Very good driving. Guys are keeping it within the limits. But Nander has now opened up the lead to 10.2 seconds. I believe it was 8.8 just a lap ago. So he is getting on with it. Not leaving anything to chance here. Guitar Man in P3. 4.4 seconds behind Bubbers. Head Boy in 4th. 13.1 seconds behind Guitar Man. Tilwick in P5. 9.4 seconds back. Division in P6. 33.5 back. The Mad Metis in P7. And Felipe Daza in P8, who is a lap down. But never giving up. I like that. Never say die spirit, as he goes just a bit wide there. Back up front with Nander, as he's rounding the same area here. Felipe Daza was just at. Rounds those flat out high speed corners there. Coming down the long front straight. He bounced the car off the wall there. A little strange. Not like he has any wing damage. So lap 21 of 26. Everything is still the same except Felipe Daza stove into the pits for a set of medium tires. I'm sure got a warning for crossing pit exit line there. Back up with the leader here, Nander. Coming into the, say it with me, castle section. Very clean here, keeping it off the curbs. Alfa Romeo car looking very good with that red and white paint scheme livery this year. I like it personally. A nice aerial shot. That is a nice aerial shot there. Love that as we're following Bubbers in P2 here in the Red Bull. Guitar Man in the McLaren. Trying to see if he can close the gap. Barring any safety cars or him making a mistake, is pretty much locked up the podium, I'd say. Can he go higher up? That is the question. Head Boy is coming down the front straight here. Wick. Nice aerial view. Beautiful streets of Baku, Azerbaijan. I'd like to visit here. Like it's a beautiful city by the sea there. Crosses the start finish line. Starting lap 22. Nander's just catching up on the Mad Metis. Bubbers, Guitar Man. Back end steps out. The rear wheel catches the wall there. Lucky he didn't get any damage. Everything's still pretty much staying as is. Got our status quo here. Nander still leads. The only difference is he's just kind of opening up the lead ever so slightly lap by lap here. Guitar Man still staying about 3.4 to 3.5 seconds off of Bubbers. Head Boy still at the 15-second mark behind Guitar Man. So everybody's still staying pretty much about the same. And I believe that would be Head Boy that went by. No, had to been Nander. Went on the opposite side of the wall there. Neat how you bypass cars going the opposite way. Pretty neat. I like it. Castle section. We've only had 2 cars been claimed by the castle section. Absolutely amazing. But well done. Well done to all the drivers for keeping it nice and clean. Not getting one penalty so far. Lap 23 of 26. Well done, mates. Well done there, lads. That's for sure. Our man has knocked off 4 tenths here. Can he knock off 3.2 seconds in 2 laps? Most people would say no, but no, Bubbers could make that mistake. I mean, we don't want to jinx him or hope that he does. I don't want him to make a mistake. Give us a race. We do have pretty wide gaps in between each car here, except for the between P2 and P3. So, yeah, it's not helping me with my commentating here. I mean, nobody's really close enough to do any racing with another car. They're spread enough apart that in 2 laps, I don't see anybody making a move unless somebody makes a huge mistake like a spin. Guitar Man has knocked off a few more tenths and got under the 3-second mark. So he is starting to turn up the pace on Bubbers, as I'm sure Bubbers can now see him in his rear view mirrors there. Or side view mirrors, excuse me. If he was to look back, our man has now put it down to 2.5 seconds. As Nander crosses world in the penultimate lap here. Ever since he has taken over a lead, he has not relinquished it. As a matter of fact, he has just walked off with it. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Now we'll see you later. I believe Bubbers is able to pull maybe some DRS off the other lap McLaren there. Guitar Man was a little bit closer than that. But unfortunately, it's going to look like Guitar Man is not going to get the benefit of the DRS either. So But through this middle section, he is definitely chipping away at the gap here. Down to 2.1 seconds. Anders still leads. Now it's back up to 2.5. Carman's still chasing Bubbers for P2 here. Headboy in 4th. Stillwick in P5. Still did an awesome recovery drive. Division in P6. The Mad Medicine in P7. And Daza in P8. Bouncing his car off the wall there. Hopefully he didn't get any damage. Doesn't look like any wing damage. So we're going to go ahead and ride with the leader on the final lap. Going to brake hard here. 150 meter board. Down into 3rd. Get the car to rotate. And he bounces the car off the wall there. Hopefully not hard enough to get any of the damage through the chicane. And it off those curves, those curves are just atrocious. You can actually kind of jump that curve there, but you got to be careful. You want to hit it at the perfect angle as you come through the castle section. It is tricky. That's an uphill right coming out of there as Felipe Daza. On the final lap, we get our first penalty. Yeah, I know Felipe Daza got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, but I'm not really talking about that penalty. I'm talking about exceeding track limits penalties here. You know, usually like a track like Canada, which is horrible on track limits. I get you every time. Yeah. It's been very clean, to say the least. So, Nander goes across the line. And he will cross the line in P1. Here we go with Bubbers and Guitar Man in P2 and P3 here, as Guitar Man was not able to catch Bubbers. So Bubbers will finish P2, and Guitar Man will finish P3 to round out the podium spot. Hillwick is going to pick up a penalty on the final lap as well, a 3-second time penalty, as Pedboy will cross the line in P4. Hillwick, as we ride with him now, had a nice consistent drive here during this race. It was absolutely a wonderful thing as Tilwick drove in Division 1 and won the Baku race, Tier 1, the Americas. So I was absolutely happy for the lad there. Pulled off a win. I think he could have done way better without the spin in turn 1 at the beginning of the race, but hey, things happen. So Tilwick comes around in P5, had a great recovery drive, having to come from last. Finished P5. As Division will come across P6, as since the Mad Medicine Felipe Daza was lapped, they will finish P7 and P8 respectively. And that will conclude our race here at Baku. As Bubbers, he will be the driver of the day. So a great drive by Nander. Took the lead, never looked back, didn't make any mistakes, kept it consistent, kept it clean, no penalties. Pretty much a perfect drive. That's what you want. And that's why he won the race. Looks like it's almost like a battle of nutrition now, as long as you can just car on the track and make it to the finish line, you'll finish in a pretty good position. So just like we said, Nander has the win, followed by Bubbers in P2, Guitar Man in P3, Headboy P4, our championship leader, Tilwick P5, Division P6, Mad Metis P7, Felipe Daza P8, Nico in P9 with a DNF, Leclerc P10 with a DNF, Tilmo P11 with a DNF, and TD Silva in P12, rounding out the final spot with a DNF. Well, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'm Switchback, and this is Prospects eRacing League. See you next time. Peace.